Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at Avalanche AVAX weekly analysis, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, when you feel value has been added, and if you want to help out with the YouTube algorithms, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, so we can share this goodness with the others, especially newbies. So with that, let's dig in and take a look at AVAX. There hasn't been a lot of news in the last 7 days, so we'll skip that part and we'll dive right into the chart. First one we'll look at is the crypto market and see where Avalanche or AVAX is ranking. It's currently ranked number 10. And I need my mouse pointer highlighter. Here we go. Number 10. And we see that market cap's currently at $21.1 billion. Unfortunately, if we look at different time frames, so in the last 24 hours, its market cap dropped. Same thing with the 7-day, 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day. So across the board, AVAX market cap has dropped. That sucks, but it's still number 10. Let's see how does it compare with Cardano. Cardano's at 31.6 billion, so roughly about $10.6 billion difference. And then Polkadot is just below AVAX at 18.8. So Polkadot is closer to AVAX than AVAX is to Cardano. So, food for thought. Let's go into the chart here and save it. This is on TradingView, a weekly time frame. Per my last week's analysis, I mentioned that AVAX would chop between the bull market support band at roughly around 79.93 and the which is this gray ribbon here, and between that and the ascending triangle support, this yellow dash line here, and it did do that. It wicked below the ascending support here, triangle support, and then bounced back up. But that's good. So, but it did range right in there where this candle is. It's currently at least when I prep this chart, 78.26. Yeah, it's dropped a little bit, 78.23 here. So, where is it gonna go? So let's take a look. It's still inside this symmetrical triangle here, and long term, if it breaks below this symmetrical triangle support, that's bearish. If it breaks above the symmetrical triangle resistance, that's bullish. But it's got some work to do first. It's got this bull market support band. If it breaks back above that, that's bullish. Before it even breaks, while remaining inside the triangle. But currently, it's just below that, and the Bollinger Band middle basis line, which is this blue line here, is just below that middle line. And that middle line, the basis is at 84.79. So it's got some work to do before it breaks above the symmetrical triangle resistance. Oh yeah, and additionally, it's also inside this horizontal channel here. Here's the top of the channel called the resistance. Here's the bottom of the channel called the support. And it's been chopping inside there as well. So right now it's just below the middle of that horizontal channel. So it's gonna remain right where it's at pretty much for the next week, in my opinion, unless something dramatic changes. Let's see what else. Volume is tiny again, and it just keeps dropping tinier, and smaller and smaller and way below the moving average here. Let's look at the KDJ indicator. The white J line is still trending below the blue K and the red D lines, and it's still within the middle range, but trending towards the bottom range. The bottom range starts at around 20, and it's currently at 34. So trending down, give that a bear. For the MACD, the white MACD line continues to descend slightly under the red signal line at registering at 3.5, and it's putting in the 14th bearish histogram bar, and it gets a bear. For the red RSI here, it curves slightly here right around the middle point at 50, just curving right here. Although it's curving slightly up, I gave it a crab because if you look at the average of the last three period, it's still sideways. The aqua CVD line here, cumulative volume delta, is also curving and starting to curve up in its upper range. So if you look, here's the bottom of the range for the CVD. Here's another top, and here's another top. So still within the top range. So it could crab sideways up here for a bit before it's to drop back down. But it's been crabbing up in this upper range for a while. And it's currently at 2.192 million. And I gave that a crab. The white momentum indicator, after dropping down sharply, it flipped slightly back up. And at 0.17, I gave that a crab, even though it's flexing slightly up, but it's more crabby. So if you take a look at all the indicators combined together, we have bearish here on the KDJ, we have bearish here on the MACD. However, the momentum indicator, the RSI, and the the CVD, MOM, and RSI, they're all crabbing sideways with a slight tilt upward. So we got competing indications of what's going to happen. So what I think is going to happen is it's more likely that it's going to crab sideways within the same range. It's going to get squeezed between the bull market support band, this gray ribbon here, and the symmetrical triangle support line. It gets squeezed between there. And then it could go either way. If it breaks below here, that's bearish. If it breaks into the bull market support band, that's more bullish. But I think it's going to just get squeezed. And you notice that as this thing trends up and this thing goes horizontal, it has to make a decision sometime. So so that's what I think it's going to do. I gave it 2 crabs here. So let's take a look at some other charts. And before we do, I want to go over the not financial advice entry buy entries here. 70 remained the same as last week. $70 FOMO in level at 10%, 65 20%, 56 40%, and that's the sweet spot. And at $40 30%. So let me make sure that's all there. See, we're missing 30. Yeah. Wait a minute, we're missing something. Are we missing something? 30 70. Yeah, no, that's right. That's 100%. We're good. So let's look at total value locked. And for those of you who are new, total value locked is the amount of money that's locked up in like DeFi or staking, money that's staying in the ecosystem, if you will. In the 7-day, AVAX is up 7.94. The 1 month is up 1.70. Total value locked is 11.2, and so that's it got a little bit more than the previous week. Market cap to TVL ratio 1.89, and that's an improvement. This number we want it to be low. The lower the better, and it dropped slightly, which is good. And let's take a look at the graph here for AVAX. We see that it's trending slightly down from, let's see, this one would be roughly around November, December of 2021, and it's gone down slightly, but it's holding its own compared to some other ones, with exception of Luna. Luna is just it's still going up, but compared to the other coins are going down. It's moving slightly sideways since February. So, but compared to like its high, it's slightly down, but not too bad. Let's take a look at the heat map here for the sell walls on top and buy walls on the bottom. And again, if you don't know what sell walls and buy walls are, feel free to check out the links in the description and get familiarized with it. It's very helpful. So we got a sell wall at 110 and 100. Those are the big ones, and then another big one here at 81, and a thicker one at around 78 and below, between 77 and 78. And when you see it thick like this, it just means that there's a gradient between like 77 and 78 instead of one thick one. The red color, when it's really red, that means the sizes are bigger. When it's lighter, like blue or white, then you can compare it to the gradient here. They're smaller. And this is where it's currently at right now. A lot of demand right below where its current price is. At least some of it is spoof and some of it's real. We got a major buy wall at 72. So red here. Let me see what the number says there. It's combined together. It's around 50, almost 60,000 in size in this area right here. And at 70, there's a smaller wall there. So down below, we have the CVD, cumulative volume delta, that describes the aggressive buys and sells. And when you see the meter dropping down this way, that means it's extremely aggressive. So neutral will be in the middle here, and red here is aggressive buys, and greens over here, red here means aggressive sells, and green over here means aggressive buys. And the more it goes down to these points, the more aggressive it gets. So right now, it shows a very aggressive sell in the market. And this is the aggregate from different exchanges, top exchanges. And so, yeah, an aggressive sell just means that they're market sells. They're not limit orders. Limit orders are something you put in and then you wait for the price to hit. But this is more like, I'm going to sell it now at market price. That's what it's describing here. Over here, we have the liquidation levels heat map. And if you don't know what that is, feel free to check out the link in the description. Basically, we currently have a difference of roughly $5.7 million. And what that amount of money means is we have long liquidation levels and short liquidation levels for 20x to 100x. So the amount of money in the long levels here minus the amount of money in the short levels here, or the open interest, equals this. So right now there are more money long going high leverage longs than there are high leverage shorts. Both exist, just more more money in the long high leverage positions. This is still too small to impact someone wanting to take a counter position and influence spot price to win on the perpetual high leverage position. So it's too small. And we are back to the beginning. And that pretty much wraps up our weekly analysis for AVAX, I appreciate your time here, and this is my last video. Please please smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, so you can help the algorithm and help spread the goodness in my analysis. And I would love to hear your thoughts also. So I'll see you tomorrow morning in the next video, market video, Bitcoin, and Thursday would be, I believe it's Ethereum. So I'll see you then. Have a fantastic night, daytime, afternoon, evening. Peace.